how do you operationalize analytics without adversely impacting your core operational system?
So if we're looking at things like databases, you can have read-only copies of databases, secondary systems, different servers with the similar or same data on being posted via transaction logs or whatever mechanisms you want. And therefore your operational analytics can be done on those separate systems without affecting the wider ecosystem. The issue with that ultimately is that's just on that database. So if you're looking at wider systems, so a data platform for instance, that commonly will look across many different data sources, you need a way to do that. So if you've got a need for operational analytics to go on, one way of doing that is things like data streaming and bringing that out into some kind of in-memory querying engine that a lot of the things like hyperscalers provide or alternatives provide. So you can do that without affecting the actual key operational work that's going on in the company.
Yeah, I think the operational analytics piece is probably the hardest thing to get right. It's also potentially one of the most expensive areas. And I think, for organizations to get that right, have very clear kind of objectives, goals, KPIs, they can measure the success against that. Because, you often get told, okay, I want to have this real-time analytics solution. And then you look at it, the use case, and it turns out, that's going to be it's going to be used for a report that gets looked at once a month. So you just spend a lot of money to build something doesn't actually need to be real time. So yeah, I think that it's really important to scrutinize that and make sure you're not throwing money at something that doesn't need to be there. And the other important point there, which I think you touched on, is you want to make sure that you've got that separate analytics copy of your data separate to your operational data, so that it's not slowing down the system. It's you're not having to increase your operational capacity for your compute, because that's always going to be more expensive because it's low latency versus your analytics platforms that can be more batch processed, and you can optimize the consumption of that. Yeah.